Welcome back to Castle Mac, within these hallowed, real brick walls. Friends and family come together for Round the Table Dungeons & Dragons. We welcome you, internet pals and ne'er-do-wells, to join us for the continuation of our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. That would have been much smoother if I hadn't swallowed coffee weirdly.
Dragon leaf.
In this episode, Steven dies.
Because he drinks it up his butt.
I hooked it.
When we last saw our heroes, they were hot on the trail of Floon, having discovered a hidden Xanathar Guild hideout deep in the sewers beneath the dock ward. In the course of the fight, young Hydarian was smashed by a Dwergar's hammer. His broken body now lay in the middle of the room. Our scene begins with the three heroes standing around looking at Hydarian.
3 heroes?
Oh yeah, you're down as well. Yeah. You guys are in fantastic shape.
The two maybe heroes are still standing.
Yeah, when I say heroes, we really mean player characters. Alright, before we dive in then, because I think you guys are going to need it, let's go ahead and get those Castle Mac inspirations out before we forget. Because, man...
Inspo video!
Y'all.
Oh man, when are you going to post that, the Castle Mac industry? The Castle Captains of Industry.
Anytime.
Alright. Here we go. We're starting with you, Hydarian. A memory, if you will, from the depths, where there's some bioluminescent water flora providing light within your home. You're young, a small child, in fact, and you're sitting and you're watching, mesmerized by an octopus gliding along the floor. Maybe it's a pet, maybe it's from outside. Your memory fails you on that note. And you watch it just sort of quickly moving around, reaching, feeling, and sensing with its tentacles, finding a sort of grasp and pulling itself loose, and you're just watching it with wonder. You hear your mother speaking, but in your youth, the words carry little weight, and the worry in her voice doesn't register. Koros, we can't prepare him for what's coming. The guard is strong. They will hold. No. Too many lost already. His generation's bones will plug the holes. Madridden, you mustn't speak that way. Promise me he won't serve. Promise me we will get him out of this place. And Hydarian, you watch as the octopus feels around the room, its tentacles wrapping around your father's trident. Giggling, you grab it, pick it up, adopt your best military stance and turn to smile at your parents, and you're confused when your mother covers her face and swims out of the doorway. Our camera pans out to see Hydarian's broken body laying on the floor, standing around him, Whistler and Nami, lying beside him, breathing but battered. Your friend Enid. What do you all do in the depths of this dank sewer covered in waste, reeking like you've never reeked before, knowing that just around the corner you could find your quarry?
Damn it, Heidi.
Oh man. Real quick, we got two. We got a sub from Devin and 500. A sub is from Proficiency Bonus, thank you, and 500 bits from Devin. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, y'all, guys.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're both, stable. I think go back between the two.
He's not stable.
No, he dead.
Man, I'm dead.
That's a stable position. It is not
Chemically
going
speaking,
anywhere.
it is stable.
I'm saying there's nothing pressing. Yeah, go from Enid knowing that, checking breath and pulse.
Whistler, there's two of us. Let's think smart about this. I think, does Enid still have a healing potion on her? And I'll, dig around and try to find
Where did you keep that healing potion?
I probably moved it to the pocket of my purple cape.
Okay, yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Pooped. It takes you little time. You find the healing potion. And by the way, a reminder of the room you're currently in. It's a small room, 20 feet by 15 feet, filled with makeshift beds. They're just on the floor. They're just straw and tattered blankets. There are 2 doors leading out. One of those doors has been barricaded by furniture. If you recall, when you came in, they were barricading it, and the Dwergar was admonishing the other Xanathar guild member, who was the person you saw in the fight at the Yawning Portal.
Yes.
The other door is nondescript, neither seems to be locked. There is a chest, closed chest, that's sort of haphazardly hidden under some rags, but looks like it was just sort of like a afterthought, like someone kind of tossed it over. So that is the current lay of the land. Please continue.
She's got a healing potion on it. I think I can help her. Do you want to go check out Hydarian?
I will.
Please. I can't. He's the only person I've known this long. He's the longest person I know.
He will have no comment and go and do it. Yeah, I mean, he knows already when he's there. I think he'll rub a hand across the sheet. My sweet prince. Broken here. I'll lean in, though. I'll look at Nami and probably her panic, but lean in. Not for long, I think, though. And I'll get up. He's gone for now, but that doesn't mean he needs to be gone forever. We're in Waterdeep, and I have a plan. But first, if we leave here without Floon, I doubt that we'll get him back again.
If we leave, there's no way we're coming back in.
Absolutely not.
Enid? 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 Enid?
I already guessed.
Enid!
Do baby bird the healing potion. 2d4 plus 2.
Nice.
Hey, not bad. Not bad at all.
Welcome back, sweet blossom. Afraid this wasn't just winter for you. Another spring.
I don't remember it happened, but I think it serves me right for killing those guys.
No. Don't ever think that. Don't ever say that. Death is a terrible fate indeed. And they were bad people, not friends.
Not everyone's your friend.
No, I don't like killing people practically. But some people deserve to die. And I'll look over at Hydarian and be like, and some who died deserve to live. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to find Floon. And then we're going to get out of here with Hydarian.
Can you carry him?
No, but we can do it amongst us. He's very large.
I'm sure we can make it happen. We'll there's no way we're going to say no.
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna take off my purple cape that I was saving for Zoblob and wrap Hydarian up in it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You watch Enid kind of gingerly wrap him. I mean, his body is broken. He was hit hard by that hammer.
Hydarian. I can't believe it. Whistler. They're too sweet for us. You realize that, right?
I do.
We don't deserve their company.
I think you're a bit too hard on yourself.
I'm not just being realistic.
I think you and I both know that sweet things on their own don't make it that far in a world like this. They can keep us like perfume, slightly sweet just by being around us, and we can keep them alive. Or bring them back.
Hopefully. All right.
It'll work. There is a chest in here. There might be something else valuable. We should check it first. Thank you. Go crack open the chests.
All right, you crack open the chest and you find some clothes. Some finer clothes than you've seen anyone wearing. Not that they're, like, necessarily the clothes of nobility, but they're clearly something someone spent some money on. Banana Republic or something. These guys are wearing Target or something. I don't know what to mean. But underneath the clothing, you find 2 healing potions and some assorted coppers, which in total adds up to about 9 gold.
Okay. Alright. I will have recovered, knowing that I gave Hydarion the other healing potion,
Yep.
I will have recovered that.
Okay.
We each have a healing potion now. Let's remember that. I am putting mine here.
I'm putting mine here.
Yeah.
Just following what you do.
Oh, you're my friend.
Yeah. I even had yours laid out. No, I had yours set out and I grabbed it. All right.
Can I tell you that healing potion got me all the way back up to full health?
I knew it did.
I
That's
have
all
8
you
hit
rolled.
points.
You guys are fine. You guys are fine.
The Dwergar was saying that they can fit through small holes, whatever they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's holes, like, there's at least some
there's
space.
a gap. Yeah, there's a gap. Even the door is not perfectly machined. There's some small gaps.
I'm going to get down and just try to look what's through that door. Not thinking that Floon's necessarily in there.
When you look down, the first that hits you is a reek. It's clearly a latrine through this room. And there is a black, oily-looking puddle that seems to spread across the entire floor. And as you're looking, you see 2 bodies. In fact, one of them, there's an eye almost kind of looking at you that's a goblin. And it's sitting there just tongue kind of lolling in this black liquid. And as you're watching, you see pieces of the black liquid sort of seep up it and sort of like almost start melting the skin on the goblin. And it's just sort of staring at you dead.
I will get him. That's clearly not the way. So it must be the other door. We should be at the ready.
Let's just go to the battle map.
Which one of us is going first?
Sounds like you volunteered yourself.
I will have you two know, as I step in front of the door, that I'm the only one with a plan to save Hydarion. That's just fine. And I'll open the door.
All right,
I've
if
got a
you
plan
would
to save
please.
my ass.
Yep, and you can open that first door there.
What is this?
That was
Well, that
covering
was
the-
covering that room.
What room?
He peeked in there, so the mystery's dead anyway. Lid, thanks.
Well, y'all, what marching order are y'all in after
I'll
that?
be right after you.
So brave.
I'll be mom arming Enid.
How are we gonna carry Hydarion in there?
Or should we wait till we've got what we need and then come back?
Yeah, I'm not carrying him with us into combat. I think he'll be alright staying right there. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's move him into the other room. Drag him in first and close the door.
The room with the oil?
No, this room.
You're able to do that, obviously, no problem. And I mean, just as you grab him, he's just arms loose. Like you kind of tug, like, ooh, that shouldn't be so loose. There's clearly some bones broken there. He's in a bad way.
Or his eyes just kind of like a dead fish?
I think you've closed him, out of respect.
Facing just.
Into this hallway.
All right,
Yes.
down this hallway, it seems to slope downwards just a little bit, and you can hear a steady drip up ahead. There's this puddle kind of in the floor. It's maybe about ankle deep, and it's clearly that same sewage. And you know that you've kind of come down some stairs, so you are quite possibly underneath the passageway you brought in. Yeah, you kind of walk through and just. There's even some almost looks like limestone, stalagmite starting or stalactite starting to form from just water continuously dripping over them. These sewers are ancient. Onward?
Onward.
Okay. Be careful here, but lift up that first one, lift up that top one.
This one here?
Yep. I think you can do both of those. Sure. Go ahead. Keep going. Alright. Let me set the scene here. Okay. One more person.
You don't need anything from there.
You guys should, I would imagine, be fine. Alright, let me squeeze in here.
I don't know if I roll like last time.
You guys should be totally
What the fuck? Steven.
What?
Ah.
What?
Dude, was that a fucking mind flayer?
Huh?
Steven!
Huh?
Huh?
I thought you said this was a non-lethal campaign.
I didn't say that.
You did!
He said it was low on combat.
Threadbare curtains hang on the east side of a long hall. As you ascend the stairs, the scene you take in, Whistler. In the middle of the room is a muscular orc in dingy armor, and he stands with his foot on the chest of a male human with wavy, red, blonde hair. His robes look like they were at one time quite fine, but they've been soiled and bloodied, and they're disgusting. In one hand, the orc is holding a bloody scalpel that looks minuscule in his giant clenched fist.
Like a surgical tool?
Uh-huh. And beneath him, the victim just squirms and writhes, and the orc just looks down at him. Seated on a raised platform to the south is a nightmarish figure wearing black robes. It's got large white eyes and rubbery purple skin, 4 tentacles encircle its inhuman mouth that just hang there and sort of twitch a little bit. It cradles and gently caresses what looks like a brain with feet. And it's just sort of scratching the surface of that. As you all enter in, the orc grins at you. And he turns back. He looks at the nightmare behind him, looks back to you all, takes his foot off, who is clearly flown, gives him a little kick, and he speaks back over his shoulder. Oi, hello. You think their brains will taste pretty good? The nightmarish creature stands from where it was standing. Its voice is the embodiment of madness. From behind its mouth tentacles, you hear it squeak out. Better than yours, fool of a worm. You have exhibited a pattern of failure that the Xanathar will not tolerate. Kill them. Perhaps you may live, or die at their hands. The Xanathar cares not. It raises, it kind of holds this brain in its arm, reaches a hand out towards the double doors that are closer to me, if you see those in there. Here. Yep. And these double doors just effortlessly slide open. The thing sort of looks at you, and it floats 6 inches off the ground and begins floating down the stairs towards the doors. And as it does, the orc just reaches down, grabs a big masher, reaches down, pulls another one up, bashes them together. And it is time to roll.
I would like to
initiative.
Would
some
we have been
inspiration.
able to walk into the room?
Yeah, you can be kind of wherever you want.
To
Nah, man. Nah.
Whistler, because he supposedly has a plan
Is
to
he
save
doing
me.
some, like,
Yeah.
neurosurgery in there? Is he gonna come as
Is he a McDreamy or a McSteamy?
McDreamy, or what was the other one?
McSteamy.
Was he
McBrainy.
really?
Yeah. Shepherd was dreamy.
I'll give this to.
Oh, you're right.
I'll give this to Raven.
I'll be Meredith Grey.
I'll be Christina.
Okay.
You're my person.
You're my person.
No one wants any of this. I'll give this to my person.
Okay, I'll give this to my person.
I already have one.
All right, here, you can just hang on to that. That's Idarian's initiative.
This one gone. So,
Nope, not yet. He's still standing
we were
there
just
holding his little brain.
by the door, or
Yeah, he's about right there. He's
Okay.
about at the base of the stairs.
Does he look threatening at all? He seems like he's trying to.
Does he look like he's like? Is he looking rough already? Like he's already taken some damage?
Oh, not
like,
a bit. No, he looks completely fine and in control, and he's sort of floating and just staring at you all, sort of just with a completely unreadable expression, just floating.
in his metal jacket.
Nope.
You're really fishing for
Full metal jacket. Okay, I need to roll some initiatives. Y'all got me all kind of
I rolled. I don't
crazy.
remember. Oh, here it is.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's better. And, oh, okay, sweet. These are really good. Here we go. Nami.
17. Oh my god.
Okay, Enid.
14.
Okay, Whistler.
Also 14.
Which one of you wants to go first?
I don't know.
Wait, what's your dex?
+2.
Mine is +1.
+2.
Okay, there you go. With that,
I need to
enemy
look at
1
something.
is the orc. Boss is the mind flayer.
Yeah. Okay.
And enemy 2, should it matter, is the little cutie that he's holding in his hand there.
Question.
Yes.
Because I want to play it straight. I had mage armor. I'm reading the spell, and it says the spell ends if the target dons armor or if you dismiss the spell as an action. Doesn't say anything about being knocked to 0.
No, it just lasts.
No,
Because
I
we
think-
looked it up
was
before.
last.
Because I thought it went away.
It's not
but yeah, it
concentration, and it doesn't say anything about. It says it goes away if you put on armor or if you dismiss it.
doesn't. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't want to
Sounds good
cheat.
me.
I don't want to play cheat.
No, I appreciate you. With that, Nami, you are first as this orc, whose name you didn't necessarily hear, but you can surmise he's a lower level Xanathar boss who really screwed up because they grabbed the wrong person. If you recall,
Yeah.
they were meant to grab Renee or Neverember, but they instead grabbed Floon, and clearly the district, if you will, the district manager's there, whose name you heard was Nihilor, who is that mind flayer.
Mind
Okay.
players.
Nami.
I've always had a good experience with
Yeah,
them.
they're fine. They're totally fine. It's your turn, Nami.
Is there anywhere dark in this room?
It's lit by torches and it's fairly linear. There are 2 those curtains. See the little like brown wavy thing? That's a curtain. You can't actually see into that room right now, but not anywhere that you could probably hide.
In that case, you idiots realize you got the wrong person.
Ha.
Crumshaw, kind of. Well, we'll find the right person as need be. The mind flayer doesn't react at all.
Enid knows about mind players because they are in Volos.
They are in Volos, that's right. All right, Nami, what you got?
I'm using my action to talk.
Oh, okay. Then you may. Talk on. I was letting you have that as an interact, but if you want to
okay.
say more, it'll be an action. Can you
yeah.
fix the battle cam, please?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my action to... Not action, but here's what I want to do on my turn. I'm going to move this far so that it makes it easier for other people to move past me.
Cool.
And I would like to try to keep talking and distract them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me performance then.
But what are you going to do if you have the wrong person? Like, what's the point in the ritual? Performance? Oh, 4?
He's like, well, it wasn't really a ritual, like, and Nihilor is like, pay attention! Actually, more like, pay attention! Whistler, it is your turn now.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I will do what a bard does. I'll, like, kind of weigh up the orc, and then look, and then again in infernal whispers, just be like, you're going to die here, whether by us or him. Please.
He's like, what can I do?
1 damage.
Nice.
With that disadvantage.
Yep. 1 damage, disadvantage. Enid.
Okay, so Enid knows about mind players because they're within the first half of Volos, and I
That's
think it's
right.
reasonable that I've read that far.
I think that's reasonable.
So she's like super scared.
As you probably should be. You probably know enough that if that mind flayer wants you dead, you dead.
Yeah. So I'm going to try not to engage him at all.
Okay.
And I am also not going to shout about that because I don't want him to think it's a game. I don't want him to be on to me.
Okay.
So, but the mind flayer definitely told the orc, like, die at their hands.
He basically said, kill them or don't. I don't give a shit. That's basically what he said.
Okay.
The exact quote was, kill them and perhaps you may live. Die at their hands and the Xanathar cares not.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and hit him with a firebolt, or try to.
The orc.
The orc. Oh, God. Are you crazy? No, man, no. 17.
That is a hit, yes.
Oh, I hope I did the right thing. 4.
All right.
And then I would like to back up a little bit.
And those are stairs, so once you kind of come back down them, you can just kind of see feet.
Perfect.
Okay. You back up. This orc is just like, and he kind of looks down. Looks as embarrassed as an orc can be. He doesn't quite, blush or anything, but he looks like he hates himself right now and feels dumb. And with that, he starts swinging for the fences, and he comes after low, high, low. He comes rushing towards Nami. If you would please put him right in front of Nami.
Does he leave Floon alone?
Yeah, he seems to leave Floon. Floon is just laying there like, looking, he's clearly been tortured a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
He attacks Nami. Oh, with disadvantage. Oh, good thing. He swings at you, Nami. You duck, and his big clobber just slams into the stone. Bits of stone. You can feel the masonry kind of down your neck. And he hits it. He's just, and pulls it free, and looks like he's ready to swing again. The mind flayer continues floating, watching you all, gets to the door, stops, turns a little bit, places his little brain with legs on the floor, and then floats out the door.
You got a thing for the brain?
I do. Where'd I put it?
Check out the big brains on bread.
There you go.
It's very relevant this week.
Nice. Okay, and that little guy, he just gets placed right there, so he will act next time around. Okay, Nami, it's your turn.
I am going to attack with my rapier. I guess. It's been a while since I've done any damage.
Same.
You got a...
How's a 9?
You got 3 divine inspos as well.
13.
13 is not quite a hit, I'm afraid. You stab at him and he just bashes it down with his big basher. Kind of stands with him. Whistler.
I'll wink at Nami and come this way. Let's see. Yeah, I'll keep doing it. We've killed everyone else in here, and you're going to die. Oh yeah, I don't have to roll a thing.
You really hurt.
He just kind of looks at you. He's like, "Oh no! Oh no!"
Ooh.
4 more damage, my dude.
All right.
You were such a
And
bully.
as he's looking at you, you just see him. He's like, "Oh no!" And you see a tear of blood come out of his eye. Poor orc.
What do you do with the scalpel?
He dropped it on the ground.
Okay.
Your turn, Enid.
Enid will come up from the steps, like, just enough to just, like, shoot a firebolt.
Okay, you can do that.
I'll spend one of those.
Okay. Oh, God!
Having one of those nights.
Thank you all for the divine inspirations. They aren't quite working just yet, but they'll get there. They usually do. Okay. He is now heartbroken by the terrible things that Whistler has said, and he's just like, "You're probably right." Swings his big basher around on you. What's your armor class?
I am a 13.
That is a miss. He swings at you. You sort of duck to the side, and again it smashes into the ground. And I mean, as it does, cracks emanate in the stone floor.
I'll just be like,
And as you do, you hear a skittering behind you. This is what this little guy looks like. Kind of cute,
Yeah, it's
really.
adorable.
To be honest,
Can we get one?
Oh, I'm about it.
he's kind of a little cutie. It just kind of.
he's just gonna come up and jump because he doesn't know that that's not okay. Like, just,
Yeah.
like, no.
Down.
Just let it, push him off. Just push him off.
It comes at you. It comes near you, Whistler, and you just sort of feel the sudden connection. Like you sort of look at it, and it almost seems to just sit there, and it's pulsing, and your head starts to hurt. You start to get a headache. You're just like, ah! Can you please make me an intelligence saving throw, my man?
Okay. I'll spend this.
Okay.
I don't know that did us a 10.
Okay.
Noted.
Okay. Your intelligence is dropped by 13 points,
Okay.
and you take 9 points of psychic damage.
I'm gone.
You see Whistler just and he collapses to the ground. Nami, it's your turn.
No. Enid, right?
Nope.
Oh, no, we're
Nope, it is Nami. What's your intelligence at right now?
1.
Nice.
Oh my god. I am going to...
The orc is looking pretty rough. He's taking a pretty good beating.
I'm gonna take a gamble.
Okay. I love it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna hold up my hands. Stop. Look. We're not here to kill you. I can see you're clearly upset. That person doesn't care about you at all. Person, thing, whatever. I could be your friend. Heck, any loot we find in here will help you make it out with half. How's that sound? Come on. Just let me get my friend up, please.
All right. Let's roll persuasion. I love it.
Oh my god. 18 plus 3?
Alright, you're standing there. He raises his big masher, and he's like, "You'll let me get out of here alive."
I'll let you get out of here any way you want. I don't care. I mean, I care about you getting out of here alive. Yep, absolutely.
"You'll let me take Kolo's golden statue, not tell no one?"
I don't even know who you are. I've never seen you here. You weren't here at all.
Smashes the intellect of our brain matters. He's like, "Alright, don't you fucking tell no one that Grumps ever made a deal with yous."
Never heard that name before in my life. Got here and my friend just slipped on
All right.
on some water.
No more talking. Grumps is out
Yep.
here.
Yep.
He takes his two things, looks at Floon, spits on him. Weak. Walks into one of those things and you hear rummaging.
Wait, before you go,
He's like, "What?"
I owe you a big favor. And I won't forget it.
"Yeah, you do." You hear him go in there and rummaging. It's like, "Well, there she is." Hear him pulling something out of a foot locker. And the two of you are standing there, smashed intellect devour. And
It would
Whistler
be
is down.
after
Yeah,
that,
Whistler
so-
would have a death save.
Fail.
One failed death save.
I will go and shake Whistler. You're my best friend. And I'll he showed me where he put his healing
I
potion.
did show you.
So I'll scramble to his pocket and then just try frantically pour it into his mouth.
All right, you do. Go ahead and roll it.
All right.
Whistler comes to.
I just hug him.
He's drooling.
I don't allow him to stand up because I'm hugging him.
His intelligence is 1. And he looks at you, just kind of babbles, and he's got this distant look in his eyes.
Sick game, dude.
Yep.
Enid,
Whew, this was a nasty one.
Enid, why does he look like that?
I don't know. I've never seen this. Like, I'll pull out Volos and just, like, start rummaging through it.
Is this something that he does normally? Have you ever seen him like this?
Only when he looks at Hydarian.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Alright, should we just... There's just so many bodies.
Can you follow me?
I wouldn't understand a thing.
No.
Not at 1 intelligence.
Look, what if we just point to him?
That's what, like, mushrooms have.
Oh, he's basically like a cow right now.
I'm catatonic.
Can we, like, try to lift you up and get you to stand up?
I think his base muscle memory works, and he can walk if you kind of guide him.
Okay. I'll just take him by his hand and start guiding him out, and then be like, Floon.
He's like, oh, I can't believe anyone came. I was too afraid to speak. And as he says that, the orc kind of pushes the curtain out, and he's coming out. And he's got like a blanket folded up with junk over his shoulder, and he's like, "Shut up! I hate hearing him whining." And he turns around, and he actually goes into that room right there. And he kind of looks back to you. He's like, "Don't you dare fucking follow me!" And he hits a brick, and you're. And the secret door kind of slides to the side, and he walks on down the hallway.
I'm gonna inspect these rooms.
Okay. They look much like the other rooms from before. You don't find anything of value because Grump's just made off with all of it. You do see 2 footlockers that have been opened and basically looted. All that's left is rags. But yeah, they both look that way.
So I can
You do see that this, now that double door is open, leads off to another series of rooms. And in fact, this door was... not that door, whatever, that's another... This door is left open, and you can sort of still see this almost purple light that's fading.
Like a portal.
Perhaps.
I'll run over to Floon and be like, Floon, you'll never guess who sent us.
It's like... Never Ember?
No, Volo.
Oh! Wonderful! Please get me out of
I
here.
learned all about Volo.
Get me out of here, please! Are you going to take me out of this place?
We'll get you out of here.
Never Ember, is he alright?
Yes?
We'll talk about it after we escape
Thank
this
the
place.
gods, please! Please, let's get out of here, please!
Keep your voice low. Do you want that thing coming back and killing us all?
It'll eat your brain. I read it in Volo's book. You know Volo.
Alright, let's just
He's looking at you,
Screw
just
the loot.
confused.
let's just get out of here.
Alright.
Okay,
You
I'll...
help him to his feet. He can barely move. Whistler's just like... like, you kind of have to lead him down the stairs. He's just like looking at you.
Enid, we're gonna have to carry Hydarian's body, the 2 of us.
Floon can help.
Floon can't help. Floon is broken and weak.
Clue, if you don't help, we're not gonna help you get out of here.
Floon can help.
That's what I thought.
Is there anything, when we get back to where Hydarian's body is there anything like a crate or anything on wheels?
No.
No.
No. There's no gurneys.
Okay.
What about hand truck, though, man?
Yeah.
Is there a dolly?
There's no dollies. What's you guys' strength values?
Oh yeah, I'm a -1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm a -1.
Okay. Wonderful. Floon is severely weakened. Whistler is just like, ugh. Like, you stop, Whistler stop, and he's just like staring at some brick. Like he's deep in thought, but you sort of look at him and his eyes are just clearly not even focusing. And Floon is just like dragging himself like, we have to hurry, we have to get out of here before they return. And you all start, dragging Hydarian?
Yep.
What armor are you in, Hydarian?
Leather.
Leather? Alright.
No. We're taking everything off of his whole body.
Good.
They strip you down to your underclothes.
How heavy is
I
his
don't
weapon?
even have time to enjoy it.
How heavy is his weapon?
It's a
Is it
light
trident?
crossbow, so a couple pounds.
But did you ever express that it was like important to me? As a character, not a player.
I mean, no.
Okay, then no, he's got nothing.
Okay. You're drugged through, and here's what happens. You all work your way back, trying to kind of be quiet and, like, you know, listening out and everything. You start dragging him through the sewer. You've put Floon on Whistler duty. He's like, come on, this way, this way. You all have to trudge through about a mile of knee-deep sewage, and you're too weak to keep his head up. So you have to stop to sort of, okay, lift it up. And he's sort of,
Oh, I don't even care about lifting his head up. He
He's
can
dead.
breathe.
Yeah, he's dead. You just drag him just through the
I
sewer.
swim through it. We
Just get
can
him up,
certainly
he's
drag his
gonna
body
cough up
through.
so much poop. He's got so much poop in him.
Unfortunately, he's not alive to...
Darian is actually full of shit.
The water is dense enough. We'll just float him on it.
Yeah, he'll just cock the Hydarian and float him across. You all are completely exhausted. When finally you find yourself at the foot of a manhole, and you're like, oh, damn it. You've got rope. What do you do?
So to get up the manhole, there's not a ladder?
There is.
Okay.
There's a ladder.
Yep.
The two of you and Floon can use the ladder pretty effectively.
Yep.
All right, what if we...
Whistler is basically cattle.
Yeah.
He has no idea how
Enid,
to
what
use
if
the ladder.
you try to climb the ladder with Whistler, help him up, get him up there, sit him down so he doesn't fucking walk off. Then, I don't know, we tie the rope to Hydarian, and then I climb up, and then we pull him up?
We can't... Yeah. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
Thanks, zombie.
You're the smartest. Let's do that.
No, Enid, you're the smartest.
Mm-mm.
Look at us. We're the only ones not spitting on ourselves right now. You're the smartest.
Okay.
Alright, what's the plan?
I'm gonna try to help Whistler climb the ladder. I'm gonna like take one foot and like put it up, and then take his other foot and put it up, and like.
Roll animal handling for me.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
No, that's
Okay,
a 5.
you're like, alright, come on. And he's just like, if I go up, and he's like, and kind of smiles at you. It's like a baby smile, like it's saying something. And you take his hands and kind of guide them to the ladder, and he does kind of grip it. You put his foot on it, and when you do, he just lets go and falls backwards, falls on you. The two of you fall in the sewer. He kind of splashes around in it a little bit, stands up, kind of looking down at it like, wiping poop from his face. Poop smeared all over.
All right,
I'm sorry, half my players are incapacitated right now.
when I had to deal with the rest of the crew whenever they got too rowdy, after a couple of drinks, and I had to help them up, here's what I did. And I'll tell her like exactly how to handle a person who can't figure out how to function and try and assist.
Alright, go ahead, give it one more roll.
Yeah?
Yeah, Lid, you go ahead, give it one more animal handling roll.
All right, let me pick a good one.
Yeah.
With advantage, right?
Yeah, with advantage. Why not?
15.
Okay. With some guidance and some help, you have to kind of side saddle the ladder kind of with him, like, no, hand here. And he'll just like stop and like lean back like he's about to fall. You're like, no, right here. Finally, you get to the top. You're so weak and you're so tired. You're just like, kind of pushing the ladder open. You slide, or the top of the manhole open. You slide it and you peek out, and immediately adjacent, you see a wrought iron fence and a playground. And kids are just laughing and playing outside. You kind of poke your head out.
Next manhole.
Hey Nami, there's some children playing up here. I don't know. What do you think?
You think you can climb down, escort everyone down a little bit more, and have the strength to go back up and do that all over again?
No.
I think these kids are gonna have to see some shit.
You're right. You're the smartest, Nami, okay?
Children just need to learn shit happens.
You're right. Here's the rope.
Alright. I'm gonna tie. Yeah. Don't forget to secure it to the top, okay? Please.
There's a fence. It's very sturdy.
Okay. And I'll tie it to Hydarian's body using a very good rope.
Yeah, you got sailing
Not
ropes. I'm
sing.
not even gonna make you tie it under his arms. Enid, you climb out, and kids like, ah! And one of them starts shouting about a kobold. It's like, kobolds, kobolds! And they all start running, and you see this like elderly teacher who's like, oh, come on, children, come on, children.
I'm sorry, we fell.
She's like, don't look at her, don't look at her. And you come out, tie a rope around the wrought iron fence. The children are now screaming and being shepherded back towards the school building.
That is fine.
Quick, show him a dead body.
And
It's just having a catatonic devil.
Yeah. She kind of comes back, pulls you out. You're just standing there. They're screaming like, "Ah!" They're like, "Ah!" You're like, "Ah!" Just trying to mimic the sound you're hearing. Ah! 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 You're like, no, shh. And he's like, "Wah, wah, wah, ah!" They're completely
I'll
horrified.
climb up with my wax face.
You have a terrible wax face. I forgot about that. You have a horrible, horrifying wax face, and you all have wax shoes. Your shoes are wax. Fucking Hannibal Lecter tree coming up out of the fucking playground. Your clothes are just caked with shit up to your armpits. Oh my god.
What a scene.
I'm kind of like in my teeth. I'm just smiling.
I'm gonna commission a portrait of this moment.
All right.
I'm gonna draw it right now.
Whistler now has his hands on the bars, just shouting. The kids have now gone inside, but he's still just. Ah!
That's what we look like now.
Yes.
A poo.
And you finally come up, Nami, and the two of you start pulling Hydarian's corpse, and it's just like boom, like hitting every rung of the ladder. His head is like ding, ding on the way up. The two of you finally, with all of your strength, pull him up. This dead body covered in feces just kind of slugs out into the street. You all both collapse. Look back, and you can see 5 green and yellow robes standing over you.
Damn it.
And a city guard captain is like, all right, what's the meaning of this?
Where's Floon?
Floon is climbing up now. He hasn't climbed up yet. He was helping guide the body.
Were the city guard the same people that...
No, just another.
What was the name of, what's his name? Neverember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never remember.
If you speak to Neverember, he'll tell you exactly what we're doing. His friend here was kidnapped. We just found him.
Floon kind of comes up and is like, hello. He's just like wide-eyed and in shock. The guard is standing there, and Whistler's kind of looking at him, like kind of stumbles over.
You may have heard there was a missing person out.
He's like,
Volo's been looking for him.
all kinds of missing people. He's like, I'm just trying to understand why the 4 of you come climb. Stop that. Whistler's just like trying to touch part of his armor. Stop. Tell him to unhand me.
He got brutally attacked on there. He's barely hanging on with his life right now. His brain, I don't even know what happened. We saw some things down there you don't even want to know about.
He's like, oh my gods.
Do you know where? What are those things? With the people that help heal you? You know? Don't you have those here in Waterdeep?
Is she talking about a cleric?
Yeah.
He's just like, God's almighty.
Please just help us. Our friend went down. We literally just climbed through shit. Please just let us clean ourselves, and then we'll answer your question. Please.
He's my best friend, and he can't talk to me
We're
anymore.
literally...
And he's her best friend.
Yeah. You're kind of leaning on one of them. He's like, stop it.
I've got fecal matter up my nose right now. Please, just...
And this is Volo's best friend. You know Volo? He wrote this book.
Sure, I know Volo.
I took notes in it for him. Do you want to read them? Maybe another time.
Fecal matter in my ears.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. I'm going to give you advantage.
I sneeze some of it out. Persuasion. How's a 17?
He sort of looks at you and he's just like, alright, look. Well, give him one of your extra cloaks. Put these on. Get to the church. Annalore, it's right up there. For fuck's sake, get yourselves off the street. I don't want to deal with this. Nothing happened here, right, boys? Not Captain.
Nothing happened.
He goes over and slides the manhole shut. Floon is just kind of shaking. Get this one off of me. One more fucking time if he touches me, I'm gonna run him through.
I'll go and like
Enid, give him one of your good hugs.
Just
hug him.
Blowing, just playing with the snot coming out of your
just repeating
nose.
all sounds, the manhole. Many Thargs died in the belly of the beast that day, let me tell you.
Yes. Oh boy. Alright. They hand you some extra cloaks, some extra city guard cloaks that look pretty old and tattered, and you kind of wrap them around yourselves. And I mean, as you walk through streets, just like every step, just the poop settled into your shoes is just splorking everywhere. Mm-hmm. And you all approach a large church. A large church with a huge symbol of a dove in stained glass. It's like kind of a light red around it with this white dove in the center, and you can hear singing coming from inside. Just elvish singing.
Hello? Hello?
You knock on the door, and the door opens, and a young male elf with long blonde hair, kind of down almost to his waist, kind of opens, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
We were told you could help us. Right, Enid?
Right. Your hair is so beautiful.
What is the problem? Are you all okay?
No.
Very well. Please, come in. Come in.
I actually think Trix would try to stop one of you from him entering and pulling me in.
Hadn't thought about tricks. Yeah. You feel a tug on the cloak that you have wrapped around you, and you hear Trix's voice like,
What?
maybe leave this guy outside, huh?
Enid, will you go inside and make sure we don't lose our friend, Heidi? I'll tend to...
I'm great with people.
And I feel like you might fit in this place a little bit more than me.
I already feel at home here.
Just leash me up like a leash kid.
I'll stay behind with Whistler.
Floon is like, if you'd like, I can tend to him. I don't think I need any services from here. You can have my word. You rescued me.
Yeah, we just rescued you from people that kidnapped you, so, no. Yeah, I'm gonna watch both of you.
Okay. Just want to be helpful.
I really appreciate it, but
Perfect.
that was the stupidest idea I've ever had.
The elf is just sort of watching you all. He looks down at Darian's body, which is just like just so broken and battered, and mostly completely naked now, covered head to toe, basically in excrement, and there's like a slug trail just down the cobblestone path of where you drug him. Basically, you were too weak to actually lift him up, just kind of drug him along.
I'll drop 8 gold in Enid's hand, like I'll clasp it in there in case they need it, okay?
Okay. I'll take my shoes off before I enter the church.
He's like, yes. And you have to hold on. You have to peel the wax off. You have to break it in places.
Oh my god.
And, you'll kind of pop it. Just a pocket of sewer water that was kept in there. He looks at you and he's like, what tragedy befell you?
Oh. It's a very long story. Where would you like me to start?
We only seek to help, so whatever you think is pertinent.
Oh, one of my very best friends, he got hurt and he's dead.
Are you seeking resurrection services?
Can you do that?
Well, there is the...
I'm looking around like, did someone hear that?
There is the matter of the donation for such services.
Oh, my other best friend just gave me this.
While that is a generous donation, I'm afraid that is a bit short by several factors. Our donation services begin at 4,000 gold pieces.
I don't have that much, but I have to have my friend back. He is Nami's best friend. She would be so sad.
I understand that, and this is difficult for everyone, I am sure, but we here at this church believe that a death is but a part of life. It is part of the cycle, so I hope that you can find peace.
Do you know the Never Embers?
Well, of course I do.
Well, my friend died trying to rescue him, the sun.
Oh, what proof do you have of this?
Well, I can bring Floon in.
Flynn.
Floon is Volo's best friend. Do you know Volo?
I know of Vola.
He's my best friend too. But I'll get Floon.
He puts a hand on your cheek and takes a very, paternal, he's like, I am so sorry for your loss.
No, please, let me get Floon. He'll tell you everything.
I want to believe you.
I'll just start yelling, Floon!
He's like, oh, yeah, how can I help? How can I help?
Please tell him about how you and Neverember were kidnapped together.
The elf now has kind of piques his interest a little bit. He's like, you and Neverember kidnapped together? And Floon is like,
They're best friends.
we are indeed friends. Perhaps, what was your name again? I'm sorry, what was your name?
Enid.
Perhaps, he kind of puts his back to the elf. He's like, perhaps we should speak to Neverember first. I'm sure he can make this all better. The elf is just like, clearly you all are lost in grief at this moment. I assure you that there is no time limit on what the lady can do for your friend.
Could the lady help me with something else?
Probably not, but
Can I just tell you? Is that okay?
of course.
My other friend outside, Whistler, something happened to him. I just don't know what. It's like he can't think anymore.
Restorative services.
He's breathing.
Wonderful. If it is seeking to restore some faculties of the body, that donation is 1,000 gold pieces. If you could. The money passes through to those in need. I'll tell you what. If, as you say, you are friends of Daggle to Neverember, his name still carries some weight here. And Floon, starts to correct him, and it's like, yes, Lord Neverember, yes. The senior. Lord Neverember Senior, Daggle! Of course! And he's like, then I beseech you, bring him. He kind of pushes the door shut in your face.
What happened?
We don't have enough money. We don't have enough gold.
They couldn't do anything?
He said that we should talk to the Neverembers.
Will you keep talking to me and squat down a little bit while you're talking to me?
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna take my pants down and take a quick little poop.
God, what? Alright. What?
I'm just kidding.
I'm confused.
How dare they not help my friend? We already smell like poop. I don't care. That was my first thought. Is that I'm gonna sneak a poop.
You're gonna give him an upper decker. There's
Uh-huh.
already enough laid out on the floor from you guys just standing around.
I don't care. Y'all can judge me if you want. You're like, what?
How far away are we from the tavern?
Not far. I mean, you're kind of in the right ward.
This is the last night they're gonna invite me to play, you
Yeah.
guys. So
Next week, Raven had a thing.
permanent thing.
Fucking shit, Michael shit over here.
I'll just move my like skirt over a little bit. Like I have to tie my shoe, Enid.
Anyways.
So we're in the same ward as the what is the place called? I keep wanting to call it the Sunless Citadel, and I know that that's the other part.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a little bit to get your bearings. Are you going to drag a
Yes.
corpse covered in poop, a gibbering...
And you judge me for my choice. You threw us in poop.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, I guess.
Nina doesn't know what else to do.
That was the environment. You chose more shit as an action.
Yeah, you pop a shit on their front doorstep. You're not even sure which is yours at the end of it.
That's what I'm saying. It was already so easy. The scene was already there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you just...
the icing on the poop cake.
Right. It's but one tributary into a river. This is really south. Okay, so what do you guys do? The door is shut in your face. Floon is kind of shaking, and he's looking, and you do see people walking by. Like you see, a lady with an umbrella. She's walking. She kind of smiles at you guys, and quickly is like loses her smile and walks the other way.
Perhaps supposed we go back to where we were staying.
Yes.
Bathe.
Yes.
Bathe them.
Yes. You're the smartest,
I'll
Nami.
bathe Whistler. And you can bathe Hydarian's body.
Okay.
I've known him
Can I
long enough now.
Can I watch you bathe Whistler?
Yes.
Just to keep an eye on him.
If you're helping.
Nope.
Then no. Does that sound fair?
Yes. And Floon, you can see Volo there.
It's like, wonderful.
And you
wonderful.
can bathe as well.
Does Volo know about the kidnapping yet? Does he know?
Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you don't want us to tell others? That would be very...
Co-conspirators.
That'd be very helpful to us.
Co-conspirators, yes. Neverember and I share a special relationship, one that he would be ostracized from the noble community for I am not noble born. You may not know it, given my fancy, demeanor. The way I carry myself, you may not know, but people know in this city. People know. And I'm afraid that they would look poorly on him if they knew he were dating someone such low standing. So yes, I am involved also with Volo, to name two. So, if we could
here?
just keep some of the details of my disappearance, we could...
What if we just said that you were a charity friend? He took pity on you.
Wonderful.
Let's just get our story straight right here.
Yes.
Clothing, hand-me-downs.
Yep, he gave you hand-me-downs.
I am not above pride.
Hand-me-down friendship. How's that sound?
Yes, Volo will not even look up from his books long enough to think about it, so yes, I think that will do.
I took
Ouch.
a lot of notes for Volo, so he'll be very interested to hear what I have to say. He always is.
He probably
always
will
is.
be.
He always is.
Okay. We've got our stories then.
So, Enid.
Mm-hmm.
How did Floon and Neverember know each other?
Hand-me-downs.
Yep, hand-me-down friendship.
In one of the seediest bars in Waterdeep. Volo won't think too hard about it.
He's too busy thinking about the wonderful books he writes.
Indeed. I should think so.
We'll just leave the bar out.
Wonderful.
He saw you in the street,
Yes.
wearing terrible clothes, and thought you needed a friend.
Yes. Wonderful.
He's fashionable, right?
Of course. Very.
Alright, it'll work out.
The most. Alright. You all head towards the yawning portal? Yeah.
Sean won't even look at me now.
I'm looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You all manage to kind of muster your strength a little bit, and you weekend at Bernie's Hydarian. Floon is guiding a catatonic whistler. I think that's a pretty good time to take a break. and we'll be right back when our heroes arrive.
Not
at
all of us.
The yawning
but-
portal. Be right back.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, Steven from Castle Mac here. Wanted to take a moment to play this video over the break so that we wouldn't eat up time when we come back, so that we can get right back into the role-playing that we think you're here for. Wanted to sincerely thank you for being here. It truly means the world for us, really, you guys. We're overwhelmed by the support that we receive from you all, so truly thank you. Let's get some administrative stuff out of the way. As you may or may not know, you can find us on YouTube. There's a link right down below the video. We've got all kinds of links down there. Or you can find us at youtube.com/c/CastleMac, or searching for Castle Mac will pull it up. I do my best to get all the videos up within 24 hours of their live stream, so there shouldn't be much of a delay. Usually I'm faster than that, and sometimes just a little bit behind. But every back episode is there, so you can go check them out. Finally, you can find us all on Twitter. That's pretty much where we mostly hang out in the social media world. All of our Twitter handles are visible within the player tags, although we're pretty easy to find. Just do the @CastleMac and it'll fill out with the 6 of us. So give everybody a follow and let's talk D&D. It's pretty much all we want to do all the time. Another link down below you'll see is our Bandcamp. All of our music is completely original. This is done by Castle Mac Andrew, and he's done just a phenomenal job. You can go listen to those tracks individually at our Bandcamp link. You can also purchase the album if you'd like to show him some support. He's got more stuff in the pipe, and it's going to be just fantastic. Finally, we do have a podcast. Speaking of audio, you can find us on iTunes under Castle Mac and other places that good podcasts are found. We're a little bit behind right now, but we're going to be caught up and have all the episodes for your audio pleasure. Finally, our Discord. The link is down below again. This has probably been the biggest hit with us. We love it so much. Lots of people come and hang out. We've made tons of good friends, lots of new friendships forged there. It's just fantastic. It's a really good community, so we invite all of you to come join us and have a good time. A lot of times after shows, we will hang out in the Discord voice chat, so you guys can come and we can all just kind of hang out a little bit. It's a lot of fun. Finally, let's talk about Divine Inspiration. As you've probably seen by now, every 500 bits or subscription equivalent earns our players a divine reroll. We think this is a really fun way of letting the viewers sort of act like they're the gods of the realm. They can subtly guide the actions of the players, whether it's, guiding an arrow or moving a shield over just a hair. So we really appreciate that. That is the immediate tangible benefit, but do want to talk about, what we do with those bits. We reinvest absolutely every dime we make into the stream, and you can look back at some of our older YouTube videos and see in a very short time we've come a long way. We really use that to pay for art. We've done tons of artist commissions, from overlays to character artwork, and we will continue to do so. We think artists make this community incredibly vibrant and bring visuals to life. I don't think any of this works without some of the wonderful art that people have done, and also equipment. As you probably know by now, if you spent any time with us, we have been making huge improvements to our audio, and that is really our #1 focus right now. So we are saving up for a comprehensive audio equipment overhaul. Both Andrew and I have some background in recording, and we are really hoping to make that leaps and bounds better than what it is right now. We're really making do. It's challenging to mic a room full of people with broad dynamics, from whispers to shouts when people roll 20s. So we are being very thoughtful, and we're really focused on making that as absolutely amazing as we possibly can. And so you all are helping us with that. Every time you donate even a single bit, we really, truly appreciate it. Okay, let's get back to the break. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Thank you again for being here. It honestly means the world to us. So we'll see you soon. Hey everyone, thank you for sticking it out with us. Just sticking to us like some sticky substance it's hard to wash off, you know? We appreciate that. Alright, you all drag your friends, one of which is dead, that you're just weakened at burning, and his bone structure
My
is...
mom was watching tonight.
Oops.
Was she like, Lydia, do all of your games involve poop?
I don't know.
Pee-poo.
Alright, so yeah, you weakened at Bernie's Hydarian, whose, again, bone structure is practically jelly. People on the street are just, like, giving you a pretty wide berth. You're not in the nicest parts of town, so, you know, it's maybe not necessarily the worst thing, but you definitely,
Stand out.
catch some eyes. And you arrive at the yawning portal. You just walk right in.
Yep.
Don't we have a room there?
You do. You walk in, and Durnan is like, "Oh, ho, 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 ho! The hell is this?"
Hi, Durnan.
He's like, "Enid, what have you done?" You look behind Durnan, and you can see there's a pretty full house. You see Never Ember kind of sitting in a corner. He catches eyes and kind of nods. But when he hears the word Enid, you see Volo kind of, "Oh, Enid, you have returned!" And Durnan's like, "No, hold on. Outside, I'll bring a bucket of water. Get those clothes out. Get them off."
I just started messing.
Me too.
I mean, they don't necessarily think anything of it. He's an old adventurer. And Volo's like, "Oh, what has happened to you? Did you find..." And he peers through the door and sees Floon. He's like, "Oh, Floon, my boy, come here, you!" And he just embraces him and like kisses his cheek. And Floon's kind of like, "Finally, yes, finally, they saved me. They did." He's like, "I knew you were the people for the job." He's kind of clutching Floon tightly. You see Floon kind of looking past him, catching eyes of Neverember and looking away quickly. And Volo's like, "Oh, you all survived! You survived!" And you hear like, and you're just kind of, he's like, What has befallen Whistler? What has befallen Hydarion?"
Volo, I was reading your book, like I always do, and we saw one of these things. Your book is so nicely tabbed.
I know.
A mind flayer.
He's like, "A mind flayer? In Waterdeep? In the sewers, presumably." And he pulls out a handkerchief and like covers his nose.
Volo, he was holding a little brain, I guess, with little legs.
An intellect devourer, no doubt. Was it an intellect devourer, Floon? He's kind of got his arm around him. He's like, "I think so. I think so." He's like, "Haven't you read?" "Of course.
Why
Why don't you
shaken."
ask Whistler what it was?
Volo, it came very close to...
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, dear boy. I'm so sorry, dear boy. He should be able to sleep it off. No problem. Give him a night's rest. It should all come flooding back. He'll have a terrible headache for the next several days."
It's not permanent then.
"Oh, of course not, no. Well, it could be. You see, did it enter his brain?"
Oh, I don't think so.
No.
Are you sure?
I took plenty of notes for you. Would you like to read them now?
No, I would not, but thank you.
We could talk about it later, though.
He kind of looks over and he covers Whistler's ears, and Whistler's like, "Nam, nam, ang, yang, yang, yang," hearing the different sound. It's like, it might not be Whistler in there. If the intellect devourer ate his entire brain, he can insert himself, take him over.
Well, we saw an orc smash the brain with legs.
Wonderful! And you're like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." He's like, "He's probably fine then."
So just put him to sleep then.
Put him in bed to sleep for the evening. Yes! Of course.
What did you think I meant?
Nothing, never mind.
So, I'm stripped, and I'd like to go inside now, please.
Durnan
Yeah, we're
comes
just.
down.
I'm standing here talking
Yeah.
about mind flayers and naked.
There's just poop clothes on the floor. Sorry, folks. Sorry, parents. Durnan comes with some sheets, and he's like, "Wrap yourselves up. Just throw those away, please." Oh, God. Want a bath? We'll fetch water for you in your room. Ugh. What about your friends? What's wrong with this one? Hydrarian is just...
He's very tired. He needs to sleep.
What was that, Enid?
I don't know.
You mouthed something. Did you mouth he's dead?
No, he's tired. He needs to sleep.
He kind of pushes and kind of sticks his foot on Hydrarian. He's just like...
Don't touch... Please don't touch him.
Some sludge comes out of his mouth. He's like, that's a dead man.
No, he inhaled a lot
He's
of...
dead. He's 100% dead.
We've got it taken care of.
Listen, no corpses in here, please. Can you deal with him? Oh my god.
Just maybe,
Oh god, I
Hey,
was not
how
prepared
about,
to deal with this. Do you know there was a goblin incursion through the portal today? I was not prepared to deal with your dead friend. Okay, alright.
Wait, stop. Please stop making a scene. Please. Here, just... How about some extra gold?
No, it's alright. You've been through enough. You've lost a friend. I will call the city coroner. They can remove his body. He can be buried in the city of the dead.
Oh,
No.
we definitely are going to make sure he comes back.
You've got that kind of coin.
No, but we have done a big favor for someone.
It's like, alright. Take his body, put it in the cellar, not near any of the food. Wrap him up, don't make a scene for the patrons. Alright, you can keep him there for one night. Alright?
We appreciate it.
He's like, oh, God almighty. Alright. And Volo is just kind of looking at Floon's face like, oh, my boy, I've missed you so much. And Floon's like, I missed you too, yes. And they're just hugging.
I'm gonna be like, I missed you, Volo.
He's like, yes, Enid. Oh, Floon.
How much gold did Volo offer us?
100 gold pieces each.
I mean, he's still gonna get his, though, right?
Someone will.
Haven't discussed it yet. Yeah, so you guys have your kind of sheets wrapped around you. Floon does the same, kind of disrobes, has a sheet around him. You guys help Whistler. He's just like, well, he's just taking his clothes off. Wrap him up. And where to now?
Up
To
to our
bathe.
room.
Alright, you guys go up there, and Shaylee shows up. She's kind of groggy. Clearly, Dernan, woke her up, and she's kind of carrying some hot water pails and fills up the cast iron tub. You all kind of each get it in turn, and I mean, by the last person, which I imagine you put Whistler in last.
I wouldn't have waited my turn. I would have just got in with Nami.
Alright, cool. So, by the time Whistler gets in, there's a nice film on the water, and she comes up, she's like, kind of dry heaving as she puts some more hot water. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's alright, you can retch if you have to. I've already retched 6 times since I've been in here. I'm so sorry. I'll clean it up myself. I'm really sorry.
You're fucking ill.
Nami is so ill.
I'm a sailor!
What's wrong with her brain? That is true. She is a sailor. She don't care. You all get at least reasonably cleaned up. Floon...
We can't all be princes, okay?
Nice. Floon kind of disappears with Volo. They're downstairs catching up. Floon kind of...
Flynn was also covered in shit.
Yeah, he's wrapped up too. He took his clothes off. He's not bathing yet, though.
Okay.
He also, his head isn't... You know, he trudged
He
through.
didn't snorkel through it.
He didn't snorkel through the poo like you guys wound up doing a couple times. Big chunk of corn.
Oh god.
Okay.
Fuck.
Move on.
Okay.
Moving on.
Alright. Moving on.
Yes, that's true.
Alright, we done did it. We're good.
Alright, right here.
Y'all dead 'em digging.
Yeah.
We dead 'em digging and y'all lost.
We all found each other's X cards tonight.
Yes.
Tap it out.
Funny, not funny. Alright. Hey, Jeff. They were just getting all the excrement off them from climbing through sewers, of course.
Miss ya.
Alright, you guys bathe, you bathe Whistler like a child. Like,
Yeah.
you just have to, lift his arm up and he's like splashing in the water, sees his own junk, play with that. You're like, no, just not right now. Just complete
right now.
base animal instincts. What do you all do?
What time of day is it?
It's getting to be late now, I think.
Okay.
Because I think you guys entered the sewers right around lunchtime. So you probably came out around 4:35.
I would tuck Whistler into bed. I think I would get him dressed. I'm not even gonna bother trying to explain how to eat to him.
Alright. You lay him down and tuck him in, kind of pull it up, and he kind of lays there. He's just like, throws the blanket off, gets up, and you hear his imp like, hey, don't worry, I got this. And he goes, like, comes visible, and Whistler's just like, and it sort of starts flying around and starts entertaining him. It flies around his head, Whistler's like, flies around, it casts a couple of little cantrips, and Whistler's like, and he pretty much keeps him entertained. You guys watch it for like 5 minutes.
Like the imp babysitter.
The old imp babysitter. We used one.
Yeah.
This all turned out fine.
Yeah,
Don't you want to go to sleep? Let's make a bargain.
Enid,
Yes, not me.
I think we should go downstairs and see if our other friend is still there.
Which other friend?
You didn't see him when we walked in.
I have a lot of friends, Nami. So many friends.
Lord Nevin, but
Hand-me-downs.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think we should go see if he's still downstairs.
Okay. He doesn't know he's my friend yet, right?
He doesn't. And, just to be clear, we're going to try to convince him to pay the cost of getting Hydarian back, but we're going to have to be very sneaky.
Okay.
I guess that's the best way to put it.
I can be sneaky.
We need to be quiet and intimidating, but nice.
I'm always nice.
Let me see your nice, quiet, intimidating face. I love it. I love it. In fact, let me look at that. Look at that. Bring her over to a mirror.
I love it. Whistler, roll me a 1d6.
He doesn't even know
3.
what that is.
Your intelligence score has now become a 4, as it's slowly coming back to you.
What can he do
So a
with
4, I don't even know. I don't even know if
That's
a 4 is
beast.
capable of language. Alright. So you're no longer really catatonic. Aren't dogs like 5s or something?
I think they're 4 or 5.
So
Okay.
you'd know your own name.
Like, Whistler,
Or sing. Or food.
You can follow
Walk.
basic commands.
Whistler. It's coming back.
Wanna go for a walk?
You'll jingle
Daisy-
your
Daisy
keys
was
and
walking
help.
right up there.
Aww.
Whistler.
Alright, you all head downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You head down, and I mean, the place is pretty busy. You guys have changed. Actually, did you even have changes of clothes?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I have a set of like.
Okay, you would have got them off your ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
had. Okay, alright.
I've been staying
Yeah,
around
that's true.
for a
That's true.
while,
That's
yeah.
true. You were. Yeah, you had some jobs, a series of jobs
Yeah.
that didn't work out.
I've got my normal
You
clothes.
go through your name tags.
Yeah, you got a collection of different name tags.
Well, I
Various
think
shirts of
when I
different
got
names.
into town, I stored away the clothes that I came over from the Fae in because I wanted to be like, hey, no, nothing to see here. Just blending in.
All right, you all go downstairs. Floon and Volo have left. You don't see them downstairs anymore. And Neverember kind of sees you all come down and nods at you and
I'll
raises a mug.
nod too.
We'll sit. Enid, let's sit here at this table, and we'll sit at a table kind of close by him, like with our, like he's sitting here with his back to me, and me sitting here with my back to him.
I'll follow Nami's lead and just be like,
All right. He's like, I see that you found Floon. Thank you for that.
I would say you're welcome, but I'm not even going to start to tell you what we faced down there.
Well, I saw what you were covered in when you arrived.
Did you see our dead friend?
I did. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
it's Nami's best friend.
It is, and I'm glad to hear that you are sorry for our loss. And I was hoping that you might be able to assist us with that. Friend for a friend. Don't really have.
For a friend. It's so clever, Nami. You're the most clever.
Enid, you're the most clever, and I love you.
He's like, that is a steep fee, Resurrection. Do you know what it costs in this city?
We do. Unless you know anyone else who might be able to help us out in any way like that.
With 4,000 gold pieces.
Or who can resurrect our friend.
You hear him kind of think. In fact, you hear like a... Puts it down.
Not to mention the alibi we created for your friend. We've done a lot for you.
I'm sorry, was that a threat?
That was not a threat. I'm just letting you know. I put all of my friends' lives on the line just for you.
Her best friends. Oh, that's all of us.
You hear him visibly like...
Not a threat at all. I would never, no matter what you say.
I'll tell you what. You did save my life. And I am eternally grateful for that. Though it was happenstance. Well, I'm here right now because of you all. I don't doubt that for a moment. And Floon is here because of you all. Kind of shrugs. I think I might have some existing relationship with the Church of Anwar. I'll see to it that your friend is raised.
Can I watch?
I have no idea, Enid. I have no clue.
Just to let you know, just so we're all clear on what happened, you saw him in the street, felt sympathy for poor decision in outfits, and took it upon yourself to contribute to a charity to befriend him.
You hear silence for a second, and then a long, low chuckling. Nami, I believe you're cut out for this kind of work.
She's cut out for any kind of work. She's so smart.
I
She
don't
was
know
a
what you're
captain
talking
of a
about.
ship.
That's exactly what we heard from everyone, so that's all that we know.
Nami, I think I'm exactly the kind of friend you need in this place. You're like... I'll see to it your friend is raised. I might have additional work for you in the future.
We'll take you up on it.
He stands up and says, I'll go by the church now. Show up tomorrow. Get yourselves cleaned up. Break of dawn. He kind of stops and turns to you all and he's like, thank you. He turns and finishes it off, slides it on the counter, and he's like, my tab, Dernan? Dernan's like, yes, my lord. And he turns and he's like, pulls out a ledger. And you see Neverember walk out of the yawning portal. What do you all do now? The two of you are sitting downstairs. There's an assortment of folks. No one that you recognize. Yagra's not there. Just some peeps around. I think as you guys are sitting there, you hear a crash from upstairs. Like, Whistler's up there chasing the imp around.
Snuggle up with the sack of potatoes down in the cellar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna order the hardest beverage I can.
All right. They bring you essentially a bottle of rye whiskey.
Enid,
Yes, Nami.
we deserve this.
What is it?
Delicious.
Oh no.
Okay. If you think I should.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but this is what I'm gonna be doing.
Well, if you're gonna do it.
Alright.
Wonderful.
That was inverted peer pressure.
How about both of you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
4.
Nice. Alright. The two of you get sloppy. You sit there for about 3 hours. You're like, alright, I gotta pee. Like the table moves, and you're like, oh my god. Enid stands up, tries to help you. You guys start giggling. You can't control it at all. You're completely hammered, and at one point, Dernan comes over and he's like, alright, you've had a rough day. Let me help you. Let me help you upstairs. And you're just like trying to get up the stairs, doing the thing where you
Just
can't
like
even...
reciting Volvo's guide to him.
Paparazzi of the CC. Paparazzi, I'm in peeping.
It's like, okay, nope, none of that. You guys get upstairs, and through your double vision, you see Whistler just like passed out, 1 foot on the pillow, body. The imp is sitting on him, like Actually, he hears Dern and fades from existence. You all get upstairs, collapse, pass out, and all three of you wake up in the late morning with a huge splitting headache.
I would like to do a thing before you start narrating.
Okay, do a thing.
So, over the course of the night, I have turned like a bluish silver. And
Changing into a different season?
Yeah, maybe a little more solemn now.
Oh, winter. Winter it is. Now is the winter for your poop content. You all wake up. Whistler, your intelligence has returned. You wake up with a sharp headache. The last thing you remember is gazing at this brain and suddenly just seeing tentacles and feeling tendrils wrapping themselves inside your head, around your mind. That's the last thing you remember, other than a splitting headache.
Alright, I will.
You wake up, you look over, Nami is asleep in a bathtub with a nice thin layer of something. Just left a nice ring in the tub. She's asleep. Enid is asleep on a chair, like trying to snuggle up on the chair. And you hear, "How you doing, big guy?"
Look around the room. Still fucking smell. Tricks. My sweet. Explain to me what's happened since the sewers.
Oh God, where do I begin?
Quickly.
Your brain got eaten, zapped. You were not yourself, you were basically a baby. I took pretty good care of you, though. So did the girls, really. Whistler. How are we still with them, though? It's not like you to spend so long with any folks like this. They're just gonna get you killed. You nearly did.
I'll stand up, still, and look out into the morning in the sunlight and be like, Tricks, my infernal cupcake. I love you, but sometimes you're so short-sighted. I see greatness in them. Each one of them. It just needs to be...
Whistler. Yesterday, they climbed out of a manhole covered in shit and scared a bunch of children.
But we did climb out. Also, everybody has to start somewhere. Look at what 4 heroes did in the past 2 years. They stopped Tiamat.
How many other heroes you think died covered in shit?
Like, whoa. Look, we're going to help them, and they can help us. We can't keep going on our own. How many people have we left dead in our wake?
Alright, you're the boss, my prince. You're the boss.
Besides, they don't need to know our full plans to help us complete them, because we do have plans of our own, don't we, Trixie?
That we do, my liege. That we do.
Plus, look at this town so far. It's ready to catch fire.
Lots of opportunity. Smells like money.
That's exactly right. In the smoke of all the fires, there's places to ascend. As long as we make sure that the people who need burning get burned and the people who need saving get saved, we can do hero things.
Alright, I'm with you. Let me go wake up the sailor. She's my favorite.
I have no doubt.
She pooped outside of a church.
What church? I hope it wasn't the Church of Anwar, because that's where we had to go to get Hydarion, as long as it wasn't the Church of Anwar.
Probably wasn't. You awake to a kind of little slap on your face in a bowl. You're in this cold, slimy water. Oh, oops.
What day is it?
Apparently, it's the next day. Meg. My head rings. It feels like it's maybe been an eternity.
It's nice to see you speaking words again.
if that happens again, feel free to just kill me.
Enid, you wake up as you hear the voices. You can see that Enid has a slight bluish tint to her.
Bluish silver.
Mm-hmm.
Enid.
Yes, Nami.
Enid.
Yes, Nami.
Are you trying to look like me?
Are you
I'm
okay?
flattered, by the way.
Is this an injury?
No.
What's going on?
I'm just feeling just so sad. Isn't it so sad? We lost a friend. Your best friend.
Not forever.
We need to speak to Neverember. He should be able to get us into the Church of Manor to have them raise him at cost.
We've got it covered.
Oh, well. I'll look at Trix and then look and be like, impressive.
Enid. Show me your face.
No. He wouldn't like it.
There's not a single face you can make unless it's absolute sorrow in which you're crying that would upset me.
I'm not going to do it.
Fair enough. We all can have a little bit of a somber morning as it's incredibly loud and bright. And you two, on top of us still smelling a bit like shit, also smell like whiskey is pouring out of your very pores.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is Hydario?
He's at the church.
He's at the church.
Left in the cellar.
Oh, I thought
We thought he was gonna.
He wasn't gonna.
I'm with the potatoes, man.
He wasn't gonna deal with the body. He just said be there at the break of dawn,
Oh.
which you have not made.
What if we've missed our opportunity?
Was there a specific time that we were supposed to be there?
Let's just get there now.
You all come down the stairs and you see this one group of folks. It's two men and a woman. Woman's dwarf. They're all like sweaty and red faced. Looks like they probably drank all night. And the woman looks at you guys and she's like, "Ha ha ha ha! Well, if it ain't the shit adventurers!" And they're all like, and the laughing. You're just like, oh god, my head's. She's like, "Hey, if adventure in life doesn't work for you, you could probably sign up in the Cellars and Plumbers Guild." And they all start laughing. One of them kind of bangs his cup on the table.
I think Whistler's pretty embarrassed and pretty hot at it. I actually think he'll go over to the table and lean over. I may have been at my worst last night, but trust me, if you carry on with this, I will get inside that head of yours and haunt every fucking dream that you have if you ever call us the shit adventurers again. I'll be like, I don't ever want to hear it. All of you.
Go ahead, roll intimidation. I'll give you advantage on it. That was really good. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
While Whistler's doing that, I would follow his lead, and I would use my mage hand to like spill one of their drinks on them.
She's sitting there, kind of staring at you. She's like, "Yeah, let's just have a bit of fun, right, mates?" And they're like, "Yeah, just a bit of fun." Just,
You know, it'd be fun to me. You're staying here?
yeah.
Okay. Imagine waking up on a pillow full of shit.
Like, hey, look, we're adventurers too. We just thought we could have a bit of a camaraderie. She's like, yeah, like like professional ribbing.
Friends would never make fun of another friend at their expense, would they?
So I need better friends.
I think we understand each other. Now we're going to go get our dead friend raised. The big one, the scary one. And hopefully he never hears what you just called us. Excuse me, madam.
She's sitting there, spilled beer on her shirt, just like swallows kind of hard. like, they're just kind of looking at each other now, all like looking down, looking somber. Shaylee is up front, and she looks a little worse for wear since she came and helped you guys, but she's just like, glad to see you all awake. You all feeling better? You're looking better.
Shaylee, I'll take her hand. Allow me to apologize for however I acted last night and whatever you had to do in the line of your employment.
She kind of looks past you with a bit of 1,000 yards there. She kind of retches a little. She's like,
I'm going to put 2 gold down for her. Truly.
When we get back, I'm gonna clean that tub.
it's like, that won't be necessary.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Then I would let you. Don't worry, I've seen maybe not worse, but close. Adventurers here tend to drink pretty heavy.
Quick question. Could I imagine there might be a way that outside, for various reasons, you would possibly have a small hand cart that I could rent.
Of course, yeah, we have a hand cart. You can borrow it, no problem. Just make sure it's back before Durnan wakes up. It's the only one after the last one broke a wheel. Haven't fixed it yet. Durnan keeps saying he'll fix it, but... Anyways, it's just outside. You'll see it on the side of the stables.
Thank you. We're going to go retrieve my dear friend.
Oh, I saw him in the cellar. Gave me a bit of a start. He's near the potatoes.
Very good.
Maybe you'll get to say some words soon, Coach.
Yeah. What are we going on? Yeah.
You all go downstairs and see his body, which is now nicely wrapped. Just little bluish-green face poking out of the wrap.
It's green. It's green.
It's not aqua green.
Oh no, it's green.
Enid would just start like weeping.
Aww.
I mean, Whistler would absolutely put an arm around. I mean, not in a bullshit way. Like, I think he gets it's fucking sad. Like, be like, and stroke her and be like, I know, but we're going to raise him.
Lives like ours are supposed to be long.
My dear, the lives of adventurers are quite frequently short.
This is not fair. This city. I've seen dead people in the street.
It's true. Though there are dead people in the street in just about every town you go to, I'm afraid.
Stop trying to make it better.
Perhaps the truth isn't what we want at the moment. I understand.
The three of you hoist his body out. Shaylee's kind of like, okay, now. Kind of waiting for when people aren't necessarily watching you hauling a corpse out of the cellar. You carry him down, you pop him in the hand cart, and unlike yesterday when you were covered in poop, nobody really seems to notice. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, there's a body. Nobody really thinks twice about it. You're kind of wheeling it through the cobblestone. And you make your way to the Church of Anilor.
Rigor set in, so you're just perfectly stiff now.
See a little stain by the door. And it's high sun. It's about noon.
It was going to be my suggestion. The first thing that they'll do in one of these churches is put them in a gentle repose if you ask for funeral rites to buy time. But I'm glad that you should outside the door instead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are we ready to go in?
I don't think we have a choice, do you?
That's a bit sassy. Trixie, you might want to get off here, my dear.
Oh, yeah, good idea. Hey, you gonna be alright?
I'm sure I'll manage.
So, yeah, I'll just be out here. You see some bushes kind of part.
Minding my own business.
And there are big wooden doors that are closed. They're inlaid with mithril and all these different designs. Very, very naturalistic. Think like Art Nouveau, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like very
kind of the
floral
stone
and
melts. Kind
yeah,
of
exactly. Yeah, very curved lines everywhere. It's very natural vines and leaves woven in.
I suppose we could leave Hyderion here for the moment. They probably don't want a cart in, but we can go speak to them.
You do the talking.
Can you go in?
I can go in, look across the arches.
He would know that, like, Nithbis and Ennis were best friends.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I think so. Like, yep. I'll cross the threshold. I imagine it feels like you suddenly got a fever and the headache is worse. I don't imagine it's
For you, yes. Not for every tiefling. But for
Yes.
you in particular, yeah, you're kind of like...
I think I'm still having some ill effects from that brain dog that ate my brain last night in a disgusting sewer in which we nearly died in.
And that same attendant comes over to you all and he's like, Never remember, the younger was here this morning. Secured payment for the resurrection rites of your friend.
Very generous.
The long heart and long reach of never embers, no snowbounds.
Some might say that reach has shortened a bit.
That's what I hear.
Nevertheless,
Is it the same acolyte from yesterday with the long hair?
same one.
I tried to tell you.
It's like, I wanted to believe you. And now I do, because there was proof. I am sorry if it seemed harsh, but you understand. If we didn't scrutinize, the lady would never have any free time.
I have no doubt many show up on your doors. Annalore is one of the greatest known deities in the realm now.
It is my honor to serve here.
And you perform your function admirably.
Facial expression doesn't change, but he kind of nods.
Leaning on a pew.
All right, bring your friend in. You can bring him up to the altar. I'll fetch the lady.
I do.
He walks off.
I noticed that he's acting weird, so I'll put a hand on him. I'm like really cold right now because I'm in winter.
Right.
It's just like one of my traits
Oh, cool.
that I've made
Like
up.
you physically. Oh, okay, yeah, love it.
Yeah.
So your hands feel like ice.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Your hands are like a cool breeze on a hot day.
I hope you always remember me as nicely.
I can never remember you any other way.
Just lads are so fickle here.
I'm loving the character shift with the seasons. You've done a great job with it. You all.
It's easy after watching Inside Out.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah. That movie doesn't make me cry every time I watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm good. You all kind of get the cart up. I mean, all of you are just weak, so it's like, all right, you kind of get it up the steps and just wheel this like.
Ian's probably like, we're never going to get it up there.
This wooden cart comes in, and a door opens, and what seems like divine light from behind silhouettes a beautiful, eternally young elf with long, flowing hair in a white gown, hood pulled back, and she's carrying a what is this called, a cincture.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a cincture that's kind of gently swaying with just a motion of her wrist, burning some incense out. And in her other hand, she has a wreath. Looks like it's freshly woven of flowers. And she just walks out and she says, "Hello. I am sorry for your loss. Would you kindly put your friend on the altar? I'll see to it that he returns to you."
This is without a doubt
100%.
High matron.
This is
right. I'm not
the high matron
All right.
Ennis. And you certainly recognize her. You don't. You're like, who's this?
fuck
Like, who's this chick? Like, pretty cute. You don't think you'd recognize her?
I probably heard of her, but I wouldn't. It's like if you see a celebrity out in real life, you're like,
Yeah.
here.
It's an
Yeah, yeah.
imposter.
Right.
I mean, I guess with that, we should put it up. Might I say, High Matron Ennis, thank you for your service. I had hoped to maybe look upon you under better circumstances, but I'm glad that you're here. I'll try to start lifting her.
She kind of smiles and looks at you. She's like, "Are you quite all right?"
I had a bad run-in with the intellect devourer last night. I'm afraid the effects are still affecting me.
You can read about them in Volo's Guide. There's a lot of creatures in there.
Thank you.
Can do a lot of harm. To everyone.
My dear,
And your
She
life
kind of
shortly.
smiles at you.
my dear, nobody knows more about the harm that things can do than this. Hi, matron here.
She kind of looks at you and whispers something in Elvish. You can hear it. You speak Elvish.
Yeah.
I also
You also speak Elvish. It's clearly just a spell
Does she
incantation.
know Sylvan?
I can't remember, probably.
I know Sylvan.
She speaks what are clearly a spell incantations, and her eyes kind of flash for a second as she's looking at you, and she kind of looks you up and down, and just like doesn't like kind of turns away, and she's like, "I'm sorry about your friend." And she takes the wreath and kind of she sets the censer down, and sits in the incense just kind of flowing out of it, just a sweet, very floral smell that sort of seems to start enveloping Hydarion. You just see it kind of flowing over his body. She lifts his head up and looks at, kind of turns his face to hers, and she rubs his cheek a little bit, kind of looks him over. She takes the crown, the wreath, places it on his head, and kind of pulls it tight, puts a hand on his chest, and closes her eyes. Starts chanting, just this low, like, mutters for a few more seconds. You see her hand start to glow, almost like it turns into pure light. You see that light start to spread through Hydarion, and you hear a strange, almost like things are mending and weaving themselves back together. Hydarion, you are standing. I guess kind of floating. And all around you are troops. And you look down and you've got a horseshoe crab shield and a trident tucked into your arm. And you're looking and you can hear horns all around you. Just brr, brr, brr. These different conches that are reverberating through the water. And you're trying to figure out where you are, and you look to the right. You see your father. He's standing right beside you. To your left is your mother, and they're both fixated forward. Your mother sort of pushes an arm in front of you a little bit, trying to get you behind her. You don't let her. You push to the side. Ahead of you, you see the silvery rift in the water, and all of a sudden, it splits open. Bubbles and water pours out, and this blue, almost electric water starts pouring out of it, and elementals start pouring forth. These elementals, just pure chaos of energy. Behind them, you see almost like a chariot. It's a floating chariot, so like a submarine, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It's a chariot without wheels. It is led by a team of great white sharks, and they swerve around. Riding on the back of that is an 18-foot tall, what are they called? Basically a water genie. And it's standing there, and he's got his hand up, and this blue spark is coming around, and he's like, "Aah!" And he flings it towards you, and you see this energy, and then Hydarion, you wake up, and Ines puts her hand on your face. She says, "The burden of life is yours to bear for yet some time."
I cry again.
You look around, you just breathing sharp breath as if for the first time ever. You see the faces of your friends.
Best friend.
Where am I? Where's the Nami?
Before you all can speak, Ines brushes your hair. She says, "Shh, you're in a house of healing." She kisses your forehead.
Where is the beast? Are we safe? Are we safe here?
No. The beasts are everywhere.
There is no safer place than where we are standing currently.
It's a Merid, what you saw. Basically a water genie. Thank you, Rob James Morgan. It's on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't remember.
Where's my things?
Well, we
I'm
left
so
them
happy.
behind, just like you left your life for a while.
She means that we're so happy you're alive. And things don't matter.
You and I were incapacitated in various aspects, so I imagine It probably took them a grueling time to haul your body, massive and beautiful as it is.
I've actually never done anything harder.
Innes kind of smiles and picks up the cincture and says, cherish each other. Cherish your second chance.
Thank you, my lady. Your name?
I'm High Matron Innes.
Thank you, High Matron. Of course. Forever indebted.
You are not. She kind of bows to you all, turns, and she stops, and she kind of looks at you, and she says, she leans into Whistler. Rise above your heritage. And you all hear that. She kind of turns sharply and walks back into the back room.
I mean, he would probably have the moment of a head cock. Come back up with a smile and be like, well, don't we all have to? I would like to be out in the sunshine now.
With sunshine. Yes.
My beauty back to life.
I would... Flu. Did we find him?
This has all been taken care of.
Yes. Nami and Enid managed to defeat the monsters and carry us out.
I don't know if I'll ever defeat the monsters.
No need to be so sad.
My dear, I don't know if whiskey agrees with you.
Well, let us get back. I would like to... I feel very weird. Strange.
Also need a bath.
You do
Maybe.
need a bath.
Maybe 10 baths.
It's mostly just caked on now.
I need more baths.
I need a bath too.
You
That would be nice.
In all honesty, it was me that saved you. The High Matron just healed you up. It was true love's kiss that brought you back, so clearly we're meant to be together.
Yeah, let's just be clear on that.
I assume you guys are walking out as you're
Yes.
having this
Yeah.
conversation.
Is there, I know we're surrounded by water in Waterdeep. Is there like a beach, like a public beach? like
Probably not inside the city walls.
Like a swimming hole or anything like that?
Because there's essentially the harbor, right? It was built here because it's a deep water harbor. But let's take a look together, shall we?
Yes. Sure.
There probably is a beach, but I'm not sure it's going to be within the city walls. You probably just have to go outside.
Well, is there
city
some,
a little
I just
bit.
want to know if there's somewhere that we could like go to the water and just jump in.
Public bathhouse.
Yes, you could go out the west gate, which is up in the seaward.
In
Seaward.
the C word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be a little bit of a hike, but not too bad.
I have an idea. It'd make us all feel better. Me, I don't know, but let's return the cart and head out to the sea.
For good?
Not like last time.
No.
Just to see the sea. A beauty to remind us how small we are.
Also, just a very large bath.
Yes.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Do you
I
not
do
know
not
how to
have anything.
We just strip you down to your skivvies.
Did someone take my gold purse? Anyone?
Of course.
Okay. I'm going to
It
need
could
to
have been
buy-
left down there. Maybe he'll wake up, Bobby. Who knows? In the
I
heat
didn't
of-
even think to grab it. Did anyone grab it?
Clearly I didn't.
Sounds like you have nothing.
Did we get paid for finding Floon yet?
Not yet, and that is on the plate for today.
We could get that and then go take that large bath together.
I like the idea.
I would prefer not to walk around most of Waterdeep. And
Do you have a change of clothes?
they were up in the room where we left them.
Well, I'm sure we'll find Paulo probably there, considering that's where we've seen him every time.
So let's get you some clothes. All going to take a bath. Rest for the day. Get rid of our headaches.
Alright, you all make your way back to the yawning portal, no problem. You walk in the front door, you now find Dernan there, wiping down the bar. He kind of sees you all and nods and looks at you. He's like, Good to see you walking around. Not stinking up my cellar.
It is nice to be walking around, I believe.
Yeah, got resurrected once. The weirdness will last a couple days and then you'll be back to your old self.
I don't know that I'll ever overcome looking down a mall and then waking up to the face of an elf.
Fair enough. There are some ill effects, by the way. It'll take a couple days to recover. I forget exactly what they are off the top of my head, but your like strength and con scores are weakened for like 3 or 4 days.
Figured as much.
It's like, all right, well, what's the plan for today then, adventurers?
Well, like all adventurers, we're going to get paid.
So, well, there's your man. You look, and Volo is just like knee deep, or just all the way into stacks of papers. He's like, kind of rummaging through them and like writing some notes down.
You know that's your best friend.
Do you really think that?
But you.
No, because I'm your best friend.
Okay.
But he could be a good friend, of course. But not your best.
I'll show him my notes, but I just don't know if they're very good.
They seemed thorough.
Do you think he'll like them?
Whether or not somebody likes the songs and music that I make is not nearly as important as the joy it was to make them.
In that case, Enid, are you okay?
Of course I'm okay.
Okay.
Did you, by chance, bring my crossbow? It was a gift from my father.
Hi, Darren. I've been with you for, how long now?
We sailed together for 2 years.
2 years. 2 years. And you've never once told me that!
I don't like to talk about home much. Usually, one does not plan on dying.
No, but I'm learning quickly from your world that you should.
Die?
You have nothing.
You have your life. Some people think that death is peace. That's because they're confusing it with innocence, like you're back to a blank slate. Trust me, living is much better.
That and let's just go ahead and assume that everything that you had owned before, you no longer have.
Good.
Not even my purple cape.
We can get you
I'm very sorry. I'm going to go put on my spare clothes and
take
wash
a bath.
off.
We'll get paid.
Nami, could you please make sure to get my share of the cut and give it to me?
Absolutely.
Do you want me to help you sponge off? I could not go get the payment now.
I think it will be fine, thank you though. I do need some time to myself to think about what has happened.
Of course. A massage later, maybe.
But also maybe understand that,
It is not your fault.
yeah, not just that, but take some time to yourself, but also we kind of missed you, like, a lot. So, and by we, I mean I missed you a lot. I'm glad you're alive. Okay, bye. What?
I will be back.
Maybe
soon.
just like a hint of green comes back. Bring it back to blue.
Love it.
So I guess he would kind of smile, but then quietly just kind of go upstairs, kind of holding his head a little bit, thinking thoughts about his family mostly, and about kind of these memories coming back to him a little bit, and these water elementals that he ran into down there.
Mm-hmm. You get back to your room, you wipe the mirror off, kind of stare at your own face for a little bit. You have the exact memory of you being just a little too young, as your father was like, "All right, here's the crossbow," handing it to you, showing you how to kind of ratchet it. You take aim and take the shot, miss by a wide bit, and you're sort of frustrated. And he says, No. Son, it takes practice. That is why we do it. Not because you're good at it at first, but because it is something you can look back on and see your own progress. Try again. Here, let me help you. You kind of come back staring at your own face. Look at your belongings.
It's literally a pile of clothes he wore the day before.
Pile of clothes. The three of you approach Volo, and he's sort of like, yes, of course, yes. Ah! Hello!
Hello, Volo.
How can I help you today? Puts the pen down.
Well,
Another autograph, perhaps? My pen is full of ink, and my wrist is yet spry.
that sounds wonderful. If you wouldn't mind signing the rest of the payment, though.
Oh! Had I not taken care of that yesterday? Ah!
In the excitement of finding your...
Of course, yes, and so exciting. How brave you all are. Tell me, he could recount only some of the tale. How harrowing was it, really? Down there in the sewer.
We lost a friend, Volo. It was very harrowing.
Of course.
For a bit more sensational details, they were Duergar. Obviously.
Did they... Were they invisible?
Invisible, no, but they grew to a size that...
Ah, yes. They'll want to do that. Wonderful, really. Innate. You know they can do it while they're still in the womb. Quite painful for the mother, I assure you.
That is incredible. There was an orc last I checked, but frankly a little brain dog.
An intellect devourer, yes. Oh, they're... just terrifying little alien beasts, you know. Pets of the Illithids, the mind flayers, you may know them. You can read all about them in my book.
We will.
I have.
Wonderful.
I've read all about them.
Enid has taken quite thorough notes.
They're not very good.
Thank you for that, Enid. Truly, our friendship continues to bear fruit.
Do you really mean that?
Of course I mean that, Enid. Thank you. Truly. Well, thank you all again for rescuing Floon. Truly flattered by the sentiment. Pulls his pen out.
And the payment?
Oh! Of course, the payment.
Did you know that I'm really good at playing games? Really good at playing games.
I don't doubt
Cards,
that. For a moment.
dice, chess. The game I don't like to play, though, is this one. So why don't you go ahead and tell us if you've got the money or not?
He kind of looks around. I confess, I am between royalty payments right now. I have but few coins to spare, but Volo is your friend. Let it never be said that Volo reneges on his promises,
A friend wouldn't lie.
Oh, I am not lying. Allow me to continue. Allow me to present you with something much more valuable than the mere, what was it, 400 gold remaining. One moment. And he rummages in his... Is it this one? Oh. Pulls out a leather skull tube. I think you'll find this far more useful to your futures than a mere 400 gold. What is 400 gold to adventurers? You can make that no problem. Probably a day, maybe a week. I don't know the going. Take a look. I think you'll find it. Oh, let me spoil it. It's a deed to a remarkable property right here in Waterdeep. I've already seen to the particulars, taken it to the magistrate. It's already signed over to you all. Finders of the Deep IAP, Incorporated Adventuring Party, found your information with the magistrates.
Now, would this be a commercial location or just living?
Whistler, I love the way you think. As a matter of fact, it's a wonderful little abode. 3 stories, you know, or is it 4? 3 stories in a basement. And do you know what's on the bottom floor? I can't wait to show you! A tap room!
Well, my dears.
How did you acquire this?
Oh, Volo has his way. Let me show you. I saved the blueprints. I saved the blueprints for you.
I think at this point, Hydarian's kind of like done washing up.
All right, yeah, you come walking down, and you see him handing out. I'm just gonna. There's only one copy, but each of you are gonna get one, just so you can look at it. This is
I mean,
How exciting to
Yeah.
have like a house in D&D.
and a tavern.
He says, "This I present to you, adventurers, Troll Skull Manor." Now, you asked how I came to acquire it, and I do have a small confession. First, bit of a fixer-upper. You may need to continue to ply your trade for some time before it's, well, inhabitable. You should be fine. But the other piece, did I mention the next book I'm working on? The Guide to Spirits and Wraiths. I'm still working title.
You did.
The property is haunted by a malicious poltergeist. But besides that, it is a wonderful location. It's quite large, as you see. The tap room is ready to be brought back into, what shall we say, maybe not the yawning portal, but you could certainly be near the crusty anglerfish, or something of that sort.
Great.
It's at the bottom of Troll Skull Alley, and inhabited by all sorts of rich people. I'm sorry, Enid, what were you going to say?
I've just failed in so many tap rooms before. It's
But were you ever the owner of a tap room? Because by my understanding from the magistrate, it is the four of you who are all co-owners in, what were your name again? The Finders of the Deep, IAP, and that entitles you to 25% of all the proceeds. Also the cost, but you can spread those out.
Can't terminate your own employment.
You can never fire yourself.
And if you ever want out, you can have them buy you out, make a nice sum of cash if you've, well, turned it around and made the building not so much a death trap, more in lines of a profitable business. The poltergeist, I will not wish to lead you astray. It is quite malicious. It is an angry spirit. Difficult to study as a result. Very angry spirit. Also, some of the walls may be on the verge of collapse, so should... Anyways, you get the idea. You can take a look at it. The deed is all done up there, you see. And you do see that there's a stamp, and it's got a signature of a magistrate.
Do any of us know what a poltergeist is?
Yeah, I think it's reasonable. If you want, if you think your character knows, then you know.
I don't think I know the specifics. I mean, I think I know it's a...
Would it be something that would be known in the Fae?
Good question. Probably, because a lot of banshees in particular are elf
That's what I was gonna
maidens.
say.
So yeah, maybe they're similar, I guess. Certainly malicious spirit would ring a bell.
Okay.
So, are we square then?
Well, as much as I would have liked the gold, as that would help immediate problems, I do think that a deed of land is an opportunity.
You know what else would help?
Stuffed up cash.
Aside from that, considering we can't get that.
Oh, I was thinking about it. The cellars and plumbers are constantly looking for protection for the sewer cleaners. That could pay a nice pretty penny, and you all seem familiar with what sorts of...
We will not be going into the sewers
Fair enough.
again.
Hi, Darion. I noticed your gear. You seem to be a bit lacking. Can you call me Uncle Volo? Can Uncle Volo help you acquire some gear suitable a Triton of your stature?
If you can produce armor suitable for me to wear,
Volo's collection is vast. But unless you're working for the tax guild, in which case Volo's collection is really more overstated.
Always moderate, of course.
Does Uncle Volo work for you? Can you call me that? We can revisit titles.
do you have a trident?
I do indeed. A wonderful little trident, I think. Maybe multiple.
Have you ever seen tridents?
Of course. I am Volo Famp Gedar. Do you know? I've seen all the races, all the humanoid races.
Of course, obviously. So I require a trident and a shield in order to fight effectively.
A shield made of a crab carapace. Am I remembering correctly? Uncle Volo's memory still sharp. I'll see what I can do for you, my friend. And we'll consider this transaction even, and all of us still in good standing.
For now.
Wonderful. You're going to love Trollskull Alley, and even more, you're going to love calling Trollskull Manor home. You're going to love it. Once you've dealt with the not insignificant little haunting. Once that's dealt with, you're going to love it.
And if we don't deal with it, it'll kill us and it won't matter anyway.
That's one way to look at it.
Right, Daddy Volo?
Oof. Daddy Volo.
That's what it was, wasn't it, Cousin Volo?
It's like, Daddy works.
Oh my god.
Uncle works too.
We can keep it at Uncle.
Familial, yes.
Yes.
Familial, right.
Familiar.
It works. All right, my little nieces and nephews. Go and investigate the manor that Volo has bequeathed to you.
When will I be able to pick up my gear?
Oh, I'll put Floon on it right away. Come back here tomorrow. Floon is taking off. I need some time to recuperate. I'll get right on it, I promise. Come back here tomorrow, maybe the day after.
Tomorrow.
I like your spunk. All right, fair enough. Let me make a note to myself. Folds up a piece of paper, and he takes it and he folds it on his shirt, so it's kind of like hanging. He's like, so I don't miss it.
Be sure not to, please. I would hate to hurt you.
Oh. Don't ever threaten me again, nephew. Thank you all so much once again. Enjoy your new abode.
Thank you, Uncle.
Enid, you're seeming... Is everything all right?
Oh, yes, Volo. Thank you for noticing.
Your notes have been quite helpful. Do you have more for me?
They're not very good.
No, they're wonderful. When I publish the second edition, Volo's Guide to Monsters, I'll be sure to credit you as as a contributing author.
Just remember to spell my name right.
E-N-I-D, is that right?
I think so.
My dear.
End of the notes.
He takes the notes. He's like, well, all right then.
Shall we go look at our new house?
Our house and then a bath in the ocean.
Yes.
As we walk out, we'll be like, he'll never be a daddy.
I've never had one, I don't know what it means anyway.
Well, slight difference between
Why
father
don't you
and
explain
daddy.
it to me? Have you ever had a daddy?
The thing about a daddy is...
Can I explain something to you about being a daddy?
I will explain in detail as we go. Daddies.
All right, you all find yourselves in Trollskull Alley. Takes a little bit of work to find the manor. Here is a map of Trollskull Alley that
All
you
these
all
maps.
may want to hang on to. We may, over the next few sessions, get intimately familiar with Trollskull Alley. And you all round the corner, and there it is. As you see it, boarded up windows, some ravens squawk by. Here is Trollskull Manor.
Oh, that's cute. It looks like a house on Monument.
Oh man, yeah, it kind of does.
All of you, this is exactly what you needed. It'll take us a while to fix it up, but one, we'll have a home like a proper family. Two, we have another revenue stream in the tap room. I could play in my own tavern. Either way, it's a home base, one we could fortify.
Till I get my ship.
Until you get your ship.
Don't want to settle on assuming I will be out of water this long.
For now, either way. Then you sell your share in it and you get your ship and you sail away.
Or keep it as a home for when I need it.
Or keep it for as a home when you need it. Now, I have given this a lot of thought. The name, I've got one. It needs to be evocative. maybe slightly dangerous. So I think we have two options. One, my choice, the Devil's Gambit.
Or what about Blue House?
I somehow thought that you would all go for Blue Boat.
It means nothing to me what we call it. As long as we have a safe place to rest our head at night.
As long as we call it home together.
It looks like it's falling down.
It does look like it's falling down, but...
It will take years to fix.
Yes, no, not at all. All we need is a little bit of gold and we can get people to fix it up for us. Look, it has a turret!
What if we name it Give Us Gold?
It's a bit on the nose. I say if you want to do the blue route, we've already got a bit of notoriety with Blue Boat. We could get your sailing crowd here.
Good.
I do like the blue.
What if we call it the Blue Devil? We'll combine the best of two worlds. We do have our friend who has written up our contracts for us. And we also play on our notoriety we have already achieved.
As much as I find that flattering that you've thought so much about the fans to me, and clearly I stand as a monument in your mind, as you do in mine, I'm fine with calling it Blue Boat if you all want to.
The choice is yours.
We'll decide later.
We'll decide later.
Who knows? We might not even be coming back to it.
She's right.
That is true. But my dear sweet Enid, my sweet Blossom, you seem so dour.
Just take me to the sea.
Okay.
I could go first. Well, it would be nice to see the ocean again.
Alright. You all gaze at your new home. Not yet setting foot. Handed the keys. They were in the scroll tube. Two keys. And you head north towards the sea ward, where there is a western gate that essentially opens right to the beach. Anyone who spent some time here, really you, Nami, know that some fishermen use the west gate and kind of like leave, like, I don't know, it's like 3 a.m. Let's go before like the actual patrol season, so they can avoid some of the fees. But it is a beach. It's not wonderful. It's certainly not, we're not talking about, Miami or anything like that. And it is a little bit cold.
Miami.
It's more like Virginia Beach, which is okay.
Yeah, but like people who live there know, like, don't.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are going in the water? Cool. No, I'll just stay here though. Yeah, have fun.
Oh, 18th Street. Okay.
Sean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
You all make your way there, go out the west gate. There's a big cadre of guards. They kind of nod at you guys, and you get out there. There's no one really on the beach. It's not really a thing that people do. The sand is mostly pebbles. It's not like a smooth, like white sand beach or anything. It's just kind of these broken up pebbles. But before you is the gray expanse of the water. You see sails on the horizon, of course, for the busy Deepwater harbor. And you all are kind of standing there as water laps up against the beach.
I think Hydarian just keeps walking until it's just passes over his head.
Yeah, you guys just see Hydarian walk in and go under.
Just kind of thinks to himself and then just jumps as high as he can out of the water. Finally happy to just like be alive and be in water.
Does the old
again.
dolphin comes up, arms at his side, torpedoes out.
I want to do a thing.
Go ahead, please.
I want to grab Enid's hand. Enid, I'm so proud of you.
I don't know if I deserve it.
I know you feel that way right now, but you did so good yesterday.
Do you think so?
Oh, I don't even think it. Look, proof is right over there. You did so good yesterday. And I want to do something... Shut up.
Sorry.
I want to do something special for you. A treat. Just for you. And I'll take her down in the water, like, until it gets, like, to here. And then, Enid, just trust me, okay? And just hold your breath for a second. And then when she goes under, I'll like use my control like shape water thing and move it away from her head so she can just like kind of just sit there and like look around.
Awesome. A little bubble. You kind of able to breathe, and you look around. You see the dark form of Hydarian kind of swimming in the distance, and you see some other shapes. And in fact, you see Hydarian swim out a little bit, and when he returns, he's followed by 2 bottleneck dolphins. Bottlenose dolphins, not bottleneck dolphins.
Bottleneck?
Just a couple of beers. Bottlenose.
So I know
They
that
have bottlenose and bottleneck, so it's just a very strange kind of...
It's a Waterdeep thing.
Yes.
I know
it's fancy.
that Eladrin are only allowed to change their season, like they have to choose before a long rest, but can we say that I decide when I come out of the water to be spring again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Can it be narrative for us instead of like me waiting?
Yeah, that's fine. Just not like middle of combat or
No,
something
we're
like
like,
that.
oh, I'm summer now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're sort of watching, and Hydarian, you see what's going on. You're kind of, oh, what's going on here? You're like, all right, come on, boys! And they sort of swim with you, and you see them, they swim past you, and these, you can even put your hand out and kind of feel its rough skin kind of race by you.
I feel like I come up out of the water and I'm green again, and I'm just like goofing. I'm just like, no!
Splashing water around.
I just hug. I hug Nami, and then I'm just like pointing and like clapping at him. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, he would leisurely descend into the water and just kind of keep it. I mean, I think he would enjoy watching everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think that this is a time where he's like, I'm not gonna outdo anybody here or do anything. I think he will just watch exactly what everybody does and take small notes and enjoy their joy.
All right, guys. Well, I think that feels like a pretty good stopping point. So, here is what happens in the epilogue. You all return to the Yawning Portal. I don't think you're quite ready to stay in Troll Skull Manor. You all may achieve level 2.
Oh, damn. I forgot
my God,
leveling happens.
leveling's a thing.
Yeah.
I get to go in D&D Beyond again?
Yeah, I know. And Hydarion, you now have a trident as well as a horseshoe crab shield. I am not going to make your trident suck like the one on the book has. And I think we've already discussed, it's going to not have reach, but it will be versatile. Right. So 2d4, one-handed, or 1d10, two-handed. So a little bit better than the d8. Well, better and worse, right? The curve gets... It gets a bell curve. It is a d6, okay, yeah. But I was comparing it to a longsword.
Gotcha.
So it's 2d4 on your trident. Volo does return it to you, and it is nice. I mean, it looks like it's well maintained. It looks like an older design. Like you're like, oh dang, this is like they were using this like in my grandpa's time.
Yeah.
So it's like a got the older casting or whatever on it.
It's a little bit wider, not as streamlined.
Yeah, exactly. And we will. It can't be thrown. This one, by the way. So unlike the one in the book. We will pick up next time with you all figuring out what to do with Troll Skull Manor. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. That's the end of Chapter 1 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
That was
tight.
I feel like no one else streaming is gonna do as much with all the poop.
Yeah.
I think we can pretty much rest on our laurels there on the amount of poop.
Definitely don't need to go into any more sewers. Guys, let's find a live play stream to raid. I see one, A, D, D, and D. That's a live play one.
Oh, I think we might be Instagram friends with theirs.
I also see Spicy Dragon Roll is one. Also,
hey, wait! Before we raid somebody,
yeah, please take your time.
Was that okay? Was Winter okay?
Oh man,
yeah, it was great.
You're killing it with that. I love it. I mean, all of you guys are killing it. Coach, I know those 2 hours of silence didn't really let you.
I was enjoying seeing what everybody was doing. Seeing the 2-person party try and manage was really, really fun.
It just being us for a minute.
That was really fun.
Nami and Enid show is a weird show.
You guys leave me alone and I just shit on everything.
That was good. That was fun. That was really fun. We got to do the old character throwback. There was some fun role playing between you two. I love the kind of let's make Neverember pay for this. That was good. It was all fun.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Hey, this will be interesting. We've never had our characters own a place, have a
I
central
know,
location.
I'm pretty excited.
So
Down.
it's like straight up when Harry learns that like Sirius has that property, and
all
he's
place.
like,
Yeah, and you're just like, I has a house.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, we're not D&D anymore. We're just gonna want you to come in here. We're gonna run a business.
I mean, you kind of can. You guys get to figure it all out, but there's plenty of other opportunities.
in the
for
Waterdeep
stuff.
chat, we will come up with a name.
Yeah, help us out. Come up with a name
We're
for
also
it.
gonna pick rooms.
Oh, you guys got to pick rooms. You got to figure out what you're going to do. It's your place. I am launching a raid on the Merry Mercenaries. This was a live play. They have one viewer right now, so we're
All right.
going to go and show them some love. All right, everybody?
Let's give them
Thank
some
you
love,
all for
guys.
being here. We will see you. Go ahead.
We'll be in the voice chat for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be in the voice chat on our Discord for a little bit. We certainly hope you'll be willing to join us. We hope to see you Tuesday for the Chronicles of Peril, and we'll be back Sunday with the characters on an all-new...
We'll be gone next weekend, right?
Oh, next Sunday's out. We're out. Yeah, and you
That's
guys are out. We're all out.
We're all at the same
I
place.
totally forgot about that. Yeah,
We're all going
we're
to the
off
Renaissance
next
Festival.
Sunday. You know what? I'm glad we got a nice wrapping point then before that. We
Yeah.
will be gone next Sunday. We'll be back the following Sunday. Thank you for reminding me. Gosh, it's been crazy. All right, let's launch this raid. See you guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, tight, y'all.